The white flag is out, and Harry Gant has one more lap to go to victory. And there it is. Gant wins.
Those are the images of the one, the only Harry Gant, ladies and gentlemen. Harry joining us again for tonight's race here at Bristol. And Harry, there's been a little contact out there already tonight. You're a little concerned about how interesting this could get?
Yeah, it can be very interesting. Everybody here is really going to go after it, I think, to try to win this race.
What's it like being out here with these guys, even some of the celebs that maybe didn't race in the sport, and to do this event here tonight?
Yeah, it's great to be out here. Jack Ingham, Terry Labonte, and Phil Parson, all these people we raced with, so I know the number of the cars are in now, so it gives you a good feeling there, and Sterling's up there beside of us. So.
All right, you know what color car he'll be driving? That green, white numeral, number 33. Vince?
Now going to check in with Larry Pearson, who is a two-time winner in what was formerly known as the Busch Series. And Larry, how does it feel to be strapped back in the race car?
Well, the first time I went out there, it scared me, to be honest with you. First time I've been in the car in 10 years, so, we'll see how it works out. But first of all, I'd like to thank Swisher International for being on the side of the car this time, and they sponsored me back in the 80s when I won my championships. And it feels good to be back with them, and, hopefully we can work something out for the future.
Larry Pearson racing tonight in the 21 car. Now let's meet some more legends racing tonight.
Labonte is sideways but wins the race, crashes, and he wins anyway. How about that? The checkered flag comes out, and Terry Labonte has become the 1996 Winston Cup champion.
Two-time Cup champion Terry Labonte. We were just watching the video up there. You've been involved in some pretty wild finishes here at this racetrack. What do you think we're going to see here tonight?
Well, I hope it's not a finish like one of those, but it ought to be a lot of fun. It's really great to be out here and run with these guys tonight. And this has been a great racetrack over the years. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I know it's the fans' favorite, and always enjoy coming out here.
We were just joking that you are actually one of the younger drivers in the field here tonight, 52 years old. Do you think youth is going to be on your side?
I don't think so. Harry Gant looks the same age. I look like I've aged, but judging by that video.
All right, Terry Labonte rolls off third tonight. Let's check out some of our other legend racers.
And this driver was raised about 4 hours away from here in his home state of Tennessee, Columbia, Tennessee. A man who's won 2 Daytona 500s, Sterling Marlin. And Sterling, you said earlier this week that Rusty Wallace was the favorite. You've been practicing a little bit. Do you have something for him?
Well, our car went awful good. We come up Thursday and run a little bit, but Rusty's been here testing. He always gets around here really good, and can't count Terry out. He's won a couple of 3 races here, so just like to thank all the crowd. Man, the crowd stayed over to watch this thing, and appreciate all y'all staying. It's awesome, but we're going to give it all. I never have got one of them big Bristol trophies, so I saw it in the media center today, so it'd be really neat to take it back to Columbia.
And that's Sterling Marlin. Now let's meet some more of the legends.
Here comes Mark Martin. He's coming. What's he doing? Look, he's coming down pit road. Wait a minute, Mark. The race is not over.
David Green is going to win the race. David Green, the 1994 Busch Series champion.
David Green, you won here during your championship season in '94. What memory sticks out from that event?
Well, it was a controversial finish, and but I have to say this, Mark Martin was a class gentleman that particular day, and we had a great run in our Slim Jim Chevrolet that day, and we were going to finish second, and we caught him, but the rest of it's kind of history, and it's kind of a fluke finish. But I almost thought about going to ask Mark if he would help me out tonight and drive a few laps in the race, but got to thank all the folks here at Bristol for doing this. This brings back some great memories with the Slim Jim Chevrolet and the 44 and all that, and constructionjobs.com today helped us on our nationwide car, and that was a lot of fun. We had a great race, and my friend Greg Anderson is here tonight, and he had a little misfortune in practice, and I was really hoping that he could put a few laps together here tonight as well. But this is a great deal. I got to race with a lot of these guys, but Cale and David Pearson I never got to race with. It's going to be a fun night.
David Green, looking forward to a good time tonight in the car. Now let's meet some of the other legends racing this evening.
Go. Well, his name is Mr. Excitement, and he has won here at Bristol 2 times in the Nationwide Series, formerly known as the Busch Series. Jimmy Spencer is the man. We're down here with Jimmy Spencer right now, who has already been involved in some on-track action. Tell me what happened.
I wrecked my hero, Junior Johnson. That sucks, man. You know, I don't think he saw me outside of him, and I probably was going too fast at that time, and he had sticker tires on. No excuses. I feel bad for the fans that they don't get to see my hero run. I'm sure he was a hero for a lot of these guys, but we'll hope we get the speed car here running good, and look forward to racing Rusty, Sterling, Harry, Phil. Keep going down. Terry Labonte. It'll be fun.
It is an all-star cast here tonight. Let's go and meet some more of our legend racers.
Can you imagine what's going through Phil Parsons' mind right now? These guys behind him, they've tasted victory in Winston Cup racing. Phil Parsons never has. Phil Parsons is going to win his first Winston Cup race. There's a checkered flag.
And the cool thing is that Phil gets to watch that highlight in addition to race here tonight. I don't know which one's more exciting, getting back in the car or seeing that again.
Well, I've seen that one a few times, so this is really exciting to be here. I really want to thank the Window World, my sponsor, for letting me be here, and everyone from the Speedway that put this thing together. And the neat thing for me, besides racing with all these legends and these champions, is the fact that my little ones, my twins, are now 10 and a half years old, and they really don't remember me racing. So this is actually the first time in their lives that they will have ever seen me race, in addition to my wife Marsha's here, obviously, and my older daughter Kinsley that have. So I'm really tickled that my little ones are here to able to watch me race. But it's real thrilled to be with these guys, with Harry again, and Jimmy and Rusty and Terry and all these guys. It's really, you know, I just want to pinch myself for being here.
And it's great to have here Phil here as well. Now, as you know, his brother Benny graced the airwaves of this network for many, many years and really became a viewer's favorite. Now, as we go upstairs to the booth, we got a little special guest we want to introduce to you, who's also part of that great broadcast team.
There's Ned Jarrett taking the checkered flag in the 16th Southern 500.
He's going to make it. Dale Jarrett's going to win the Daytona 500. Can you believe it?
It is truly an honor to welcome NASCAR driving and broadcasting legend Ned Jarrett back to our booth today. Ned, thanks so much for coming and being a part of this.
It's a pleasure to be here, especially for this event.
It really is. You know, we do miss Benny Parsons. It was a major part of what we did for so many years. We wish Benny was here with us. He's in our prayers every day, you know. And folks, how special to have father and son, Dale and Ned, both NASCAR champions, together here in the broadcast booth. And in just a moment, we're going to watch some drivers whose legendary careers span some 5 decades climb back in a race car. And Ned, several of these guys are 70-plus years old. Why are they doing this?
They're competitors. They love to race, and they want to win. And I think they put a lot more into this than a lot of people think. They're not going to get out there and just ride around. They want to win.
Now, you were thinking about doing this?
Well, they asked me about it, but I had, I always had back problems, but I got a big one now, that big yellow streak down the back. I think Martha painted it one night when I was asleep, but I don't think I could do it now, but I go through life believing I still could do it, and rather than get out there and let the world know that I can't.
These guys, I mean, for the first time ever, DJ, these legends, guys that raced against you in the 90s for a championship, guys that raced against your dad in the 60s for a championship on the track at the same time. What do you think we're going to see?
We're going to see each one of them go as hard as they can possibly go. Now, that's going to vary with these guys because of their age and because they haven't been behind the wheel of these for a long time. But, you know, you got guys like Harry Gant. As Terry Labonte said, he looks like he's the same age, and I expect him to run hard. But you got guys like Sterling Marlin, who's still competing, Terry Labonte. These guys have been in race cars here recently, so they're probably going to be the class of the field, so to speak. But we're going to see them all have a good time. It's for a great cause, money going to charity. But there's one guy out here that has spent a lot of money to make this work. He's one of the best to ever race here. Our colleague at ESPN, Rusty Wallace, he probably has the only late model stock car. This is a brand new race car as we look at Rusty here, and it's been to the wind tunnel already. So he's pretty serious about this.
Ned, this is pretty exciting for all the drivers. Rusty obviously thrilled to get back in the car, but the guys like Junior and the guys like Cale Yarborough, you raced against those guys, and you saw Cale in the early years. You know, how about memories of them at this racetrack in Bristol?
Well, you had to be a hard charger to win here, and of course Cale Yarborough and Junior Johnson fit that mold. And the track has changed since then, of course, since Cale was winning his races and since Junior won here, but I think they'll adapt to it pretty quick.
Cars are lined up on the front straightaway. We told you that Junior Johnson had been in a little bit of an incident, and they have repaired his car. So the 21-time winner as a car owner at Bristol will be in the race, folks. Junior Johnson getting set to come out and get in the race. 12 of the greatest legends ever to climb in a NASCAR stock car here for a very special night at Bristol Motor Speedway. Saturday night special at Bristol. Let's go trackside, where Alan Beswick is going to be standing by with one of the all-time greats, the Silver Fox, David Pearson.